In today's video, we're going to walk you through how both search loss impression share due to rank and search loss impression share due to budget works inside Google Ads. And for the lead gen accounts we manage for service-based businesses, search loss impression share is one of the key reasons that they're missing out on traffic and the conversions that they need to get the number of leads they need to be getting per month. So we're going to cover those two core metrics inside this video. And just to briefly define what search loss impression share actually is before we get into the details of rank and budget, it basically is the number of times as a percentage that your ads could have been shown but weren't, indicating missed opportunities to reach potential customers. And as it says underneath it as well, the two reasons why your ads wouldn't be shown and that you'd be missing out on impression share is because of your budget and because of your rank. And we're going to break down how to improve both of these inside this video. And to find these metrics inside your Google Ads account, what you want to do first of all is go to campaigns and press campaigns again. And then when you see the active campaigns that you're running, you want to scroll across to see if you have your search impression share listed, and also search loss impression share due to rank and search loss impression share due to budget. But if you don't see those metrics, all you have to do is go to columns, modify columns. You can scroll down to competitive metrics then and make sure that these three core metrics here are selected. So search impression share, search loss impression share budget, and search loss impression share rank. Now there are some more specific metrics as well. For example, how often you show up in the top three versus just as a whole, how often you show up in the number one position, how often you miss out on the number one position due to budget, how often you miss out on the number one position due to rank, and so on. But the three core metrics to really get a good understanding of, how well you're performing in terms of impression share and where you're actually missing out on impression share are these three core metrics here. So all you have to do then is press apply. And now we're going to touch on, if you're looking to improve your overall impression share, what you can actually do to reduce your search loss impression share due to rank and to budget. And if you'd like a free checklist that covers everything you actually need to remember when it comes to improving your impression share and everything else when it comes to setting up and managing a Google Ads campaign as a whole, I'll leave a link to this checklist down below. Or if you are a service-based business looking to have all of this done and implemented for you, including everything from your conversion tracking, landing pages, and so on, I'll also leave a link for that down below. Now, your search loss impression share due to budget is by far the most straightforward one to improve and is only going to be relevant if you are actually spending your full daily budget already. Because here, for example, in this campaign, if we have a search loss impression share due to budget of 0%, then it doesn't matter what we increase our budget to, this number will always stay the same. So increasing the budget of this campaign won't make any difference at all to a search impression share. But in this campaign, for example, since we have a 21% search loss impression share due to budget, if we wanted to bring this number closer to zero, and by doing so, adding an extra 21% of impression share due to the overall impression share, because these three numbers are always going to add up to 100%, it's as simple as just increasing your daily budget to improve your search loss impression share due to budget. So increasing the daily budget is the first thing that you can do. But the chances are is that if your search impression share is low and you're struggling to get enough traffic to even spend your budget in the first place, then the chances are you're going to more so be in the scenario where your search loss impression share due to budget is around zero, and this metric here is quite high, which is search loss impression share due to rank. And just to really simply describe exactly what goes into ad rank and why a lot of the time you're missing out on search impression share for this reason, simply because you're not ranking high enough compared to your competitors, is due to these core metrics here, which is your bid limit and your quality score. And this isn't just your CPC bid, but your just bid as a whole. And quality score comes down to actually just improving the quality scores of your keywords. But if you have the highest possible quality score and the highest possible bid, then the chances are this isn't going to be an issue. But usually if you are missing out on search impression share, it is going to be due to rank over budget. And just to touch on the quality score aspect first of all, because if you manage to improve the quality scores of your keywords, it means you'll rank higher and pay less per click without actually having to bid higher for that ad rank position. And to improve your quality score, there's three real aspects that go into determining it. So first of all, your ad relevance. And this is the easiest of all to improve because as long as you have keywords that all have the exact same intent in each ad group, you're easily going to be able to write ads where you have plenty of keyword focus, as you see here inside these ads, where we have keyword focus in position 1 for all of these ads. And also, if you have dynamic keyword insertion in your ads as well, you're going to be including all of your keywords by default, and this is just going to help you have a high ad relevance score, which typically is the aspect of quality score that's mostly in our control. We also have landing page experience then, which is also somewhat in our control, but we do need clicks and conversions on our landing page before this actually updates on Google's end to give us a higher landing page experience. But overall, we want to have keyword focus in our ad copy as much as possible. So in our headline, and as you go further down the page, to give more details of what you offer to make sure that the page is actually relevant to what they search for. You also want to make sure that the page is just user friendly as a whole and looks professional, is also mobile friendly, so performs just as well on mobile as it does on desktop, and also loads quickly as well, so ideally within maximum 3 seconds. And lastly, then we have expected click-through rate, which is the hardest aspect of them all to control because it literally is what Google expects our click-through rate to be. And we might have a click-through rate here, for example, of just under 15%, which is considered a really good click-through rate. But then Google might say that our expected click-through rate is actually below average. But what we want to do is just continue improving our actual click-through rate over time. And this should help our expected click-through rate go up as well. So that can include testing multiple ads in each ad group, seeing which one performs best, and continue trying to beat the previous winner in terms of CTR. And using things again like dynamic keyword insertion, like we mentioned, dynamic location insertion, and different ad copy structures can help out here. And also as well, making sure that all of the relevant assets are being used inside your campaign as well, because the more assets you have, the more space your ad takes up on the page. And the more space your ad takes up on the page, the more likely your ad is going to be clicked on, which means Google will expect your ad to be more likely to be clicked on as well. So that's the quality score aspect of improving your search loss impression share due to rank. But bid is most likely what you can really do to have the biggest impact on your search loss impression share due to rank. And the chances are you're likely just bidding far too little if you do have a high search loss impression share due to rank. And this won't be the case if you're just typically using regular max conversions. But if you have any bid in place, whether that be from using maximize clicks with a maximum cost per click bid limit or a target CPA, then if you were simply to just increase this bid or even just remove the target CPA and run with maximized conversions, that will instantly reduce your search loss impression share due to rank. So I hope this video helped and gave you clarity on how to go about improving your search loss impression share due to both budget and rank inside your Google Ads campaigns. But if you do have any questions at all about search loss impression share or anything else related to Google Ads as a whole, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to have a look at some of the other videos inside this playlist that walks you through all the steps in setting up and managing Google Ads campaign from start to finish.